Blox Bulletin just came out like over 20 minutes ago. So let's check everything new. The Blox Bulletin. Magnet mystery revealed. Summer approaches and new discoveries. And more. The Scrape Titan. Our perpetrator revealed. By Big Juice Club. Island correspondent. In continuation to my previous report in Bulletin number 20, I continue to track the forces causing magnetic shifts throughout local islands. My findings have been unexpected. I followed the magnetic shifts each time they appeared until it led me to an abandoned dockyard. It was here that I witnessed the culprit behind it all firsthand. In a matter of seconds, scattered scrap metal, broken hull plating, old machinery, and discarded gears were pulled out from every corner of the yard, and interlocked, engulfing the magnet user piece by piece. Alright, magnet fruit is finally here. So you know what this means? Is the magnet fruit is here, bro. They even said themselves that a magnet user is like, bro, I don't know, man. Piece by piece, with an eerie precision, hulking war machine emerged. Every joint and plate fused together seamlessly, radiating at barely contained power. Being unsure of my own safety, I made a swift escape. I have learned from this incident that whoever this person may be, they clearly aren't hiding anymore. At a moment's notice, they can use any piece of metal around them to construct a dangerously armed machine. If that machine is any indication to things to come, the seas should be cautious. Alright, so this first post explains how every metal from island to island has shifted and combining to make a hulking war machine. And this was a power from the magnet user, in which Big Juice Club revealed. The summer expansion draws near. The update 27 2.0 is finally here. There's a change in the winds across the seas, and for once, it isn't a storm. Word has reached the bulletin desk directly from the event organizers. The long-awaited summer expansion is finally on its way. Rumor has it that before the major summer release, the seas will bear witness to an all-new event. All players will be welcome to partake in this event that will kick off the fun. Then we will be releasing a major PvP balance that will shift the current meta. There's a giant PvP change when this update finally comes out. Come on, you gotta give us that reputation, man. You gave us that promise in bulletin number 6. Where is it? Once both updates have landed. Excuse me. What do you mean by both updates? You mean the PvP balance of the summer expansion? I'm not sure. Comment down below if you what do you mean by like this? Both updates or something like that. I don't know. Once both updates have landed, the countdown on our next major expansion will begin. If the whispers from the docks are anything to go by, it's shaping up to be one of the biggest seasonal events this world has seen. It will literally be world-changing. So prepare diligently. This expansion is going to be something you wanna miss. Oh man. And this was made by Marcoa Shellspine. That name rings a bell. A new splash of style hits the seas. Not every kind of strength is measured in a physical fight. Excuse me for a sec. Okay, never mind. Okay, wait. A new line of cosmetic profile backgrounds will be rolling out. Okay. Then pirates, marines, and citizens alike dress up more than just their view frame. These aren't just standard backdrops. Think animated seascapes, roaring interior infernos, beautiful meteor showers, and other aura max. Are we doing this, bro? Why? Bro, we're not bringing brain rot to Blox Fruits, bro. Why? Or aura maxing effects that will move and shimmer well beyond the frame. What does it matter if your friend has every fruit mastered? How does that achievement compare to the well-animated, glimmering player profile visual that you have? If you've ever wanted your profile to stand out and above the rest, now it's the time to keep out for the new coloring backgrounds making their way to the seas. And this was made by Sir Tet Thornside. Bro, what's all this coming up with these names? I don't know why. A duo between steel and rubber. I've covered a lot of things before, but not quite like this one. It started over an argument about who was the better swordsman, and who ended up with two blades being drawn that had no business being in the same battle. One user wielded a dark blade. Whoa. That dark blade looks different, bro. The one's using the real dark blade, while the other one is using a different one. Let's see how this will impact everything. Okay, one user wielded a dark blade, one of the strongest swords to ever exist, and rare enough that most people will go their entire lives in search of such an ancient weapon. Second user's sword, however, stopped me in my tracks. At a glance, it matched the dark blade's shape, but it wasn't made of the same material. Rather far from it. It was a balloon, stretched and shaped into the form of the weapon, somehow holding its edge. This weapon took blow after blow in the weapon, in this legendary clash between swordsmen. By every roll of the seas, that thing should have popped on contact. When asked about the sword in the post-match interview, the swordsman commented, "Yeah, I was given this not too long ago. I actually had never even picked a sword before, until a street angry doghouse had given it to me." Oh, this is Indra. This is not R.I.P. Indra, but it's Indra. It's Indra the doghouse. Oh man, that's gotta be peak, bro. It's almost like he was giving me power to spite someone, you know? I'm not sure what to make of that ridiculous story, but if it has to be believed, keep an eye out on all powerful doghouse on the loose. If you enjoyed this week's bulletin, come back for bulletin number 22, where we will continue developing new things happening across all the world. So this is our Blox Bulletin. I'll explain it briefly when the time comes. So make sure to keep an eye out of that, right? It's Darkseid over and out.